All right, Bram, today we're going to be asking you a bunch of questions in regards to real estate and in regards to you and your career. So the first question is just, when did you start in real estate?
I started in July of 2009. So I've seen the markets up, I've seen the markets down, and I've survived this long. It's been quite a journey.
Why did you start real estate? What made you want to get into becoming a real estate agent?
Before getting into real estate, I worked for a professional services firm. I was probably working about 70 hours a week. Not feeling a lot of gratitude for my efforts. I've always really liked sales, specifically working with people, getting to understand their needs, their wants. And I figured, you know what? If I were a business owner, I would be able to reap the rewards of my time and help and impact people directly. Real estate was something that I gravitated towards because it gave me that personal interaction with people. And I also have always been interested in architecture and design and whatnot. It seemed like a natural fit for me.
Like you said, you've been training for quite a bit of time now. Do you have a specific transaction that is your favorite out of all the ones that you've done?
I can tell you there's a couple that have been extra sweet for me. I'm really geeked out about hard lofts. So one of the sweet ones for me was I did a sale early in my career at the brewery lofts. That was one that's really sweet for me.
Okay, and when you're not doing real estate, what is your favorite hobby? Like, what are you doing when you're not trading or working?
I'm trying to go to the gym. I used to practice Muay Thai for many years. I've started my fitness journey, or I should say I've resumed my fitness journey about 2 months ago. So I'm really enjoying that. Lifting weights and trying to build a little bit more strength. That's a personal hobby of mine, but like every father, I really enjoy spending time with my kids and my family. I have 2 boys, both of which have just turned 11, and just, doing whatever they do. They want to play basketball, they want to practice their boxing, they want to go to the park, they want to ride bikes, they want to do art projects, they want to get their little butts kicked in some NBA 2K. I'm up for all of it. I just love spending time with my family.
And throughout the previous videos that we've shot, you mentioned that you were a jeans and Jordan kind of guy. Can you give me a little more insight on what that means?
When I used to work for Deloitte, the professional services firm, I was always made to wear a certain outfit to match with the corporate image of what they were looking for, which was dress pants, button-down shirt. They wanted people at the time to wear suits, but they had a professional image they wanted to maintain. And I completely appreciate and understand that. But it wasn't the most comfortable way for me personally to dress. So when I started my own business and working for myself, I get to choose how I want to dress. I'm a hip hop head. I love Jordans. Specifically the one lows. I wear Jordans and jeans. Look, and a top, whether it be a button-down, long sleeve, or a polo, if the weather fits, or a sweater, of course in the winter.
And you also mentioned there that being a hip hop head. I know I asked you about your hobbies already, but would you say you listen to a lot of hip hop, like your favorite genre of music and whatnot?
Hip hop is definitely my favorite genre of music. A lot of the lyrics would make people blush. I will go out on a limb, and I'm going to tell you right now, Nas is the GOAT. He's my favorite hip hop artist. I grew up listening to hip hop. Staples on my playlist are going to be things like A Tribe Called Quest, Nas, Wu-Tang Clan, hip hop, Redman, Biggie Smalls, that 90s New York hip hop. I feel like the mid 90s was the pinnacle of hip hop music.
Favorite book that you've read, one that you would recommend to all the people listening?
Funny enough, I do, and it's actually here. Give me a second. So in this space, you can see that there are many books that I read actually as I was going through my own personal separation. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up. The reason why I think this book is actually a fantastic book is because it emphasizes the fact that you need to focus your energies on what matters, and that not everything can matter to you. Nobody has the energy for that. You'll drive yourself crazy.
Okay, Bram, as brief as possible, what does your daily routine look like as a real estate agent?
My day-to-day, I wake up at about 6:30 in the morning. I have a wonderful little Boston Terrier. I take him for a walk. I come home. If I have my kids, then I help them get ready for school. I take them to school. After doing that, I go through my emails, any voice messages that I may have, text messages that came in over the evening. I address those. Then after doing that, I mentioned I'm on my fitness journey, so I hit the gym. I come back from the gym, and then I get to work. And work includes making calls, prospecting, doing property searches for both residential and commercial clients, following up on my listings, seeking feedback from any showing agents who have come through, and communicating to my sellers what the status of things might be, both in the market as well as feedback that I'm receiving and how we are positioned. I'm a cook at home. As the day progresses, I start getting ready for dinner, marinating things and getting stuff prepared. Everything mise en place, that's the secret to having a successful dinner. Depending upon the day, my afternoon, evening will be consumed with showings, whether I'm showing my own listings or taking buyers out. If I'm not doing showings, then I'm making more calls, looking to connect with people, answering questions, to make sure that I'm as available as possible and deliver the best results that I possibly can.
Well, Bram, thank you so much for your time and answering these questions.
My pleasure.
It was great, and I guess, we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it.